Good morning, fellow Enduro nuts. Well, we've got this little DT250 here that's not running. It'll start sometimes, but it runs about 2 seconds and then it quits. So we're going to see if we can't fix that today. That sounds to me like a fuel problem. But let's just hit it once and see what happens. Key on. Choke on. Nothing. Oh, she's not going to start at all. Alright, well, we're going to pull the carburetor. Even though it's been gone through once, it could possibly have picked up something that's blocking the gas getting through. Alright, when I took this off the bike, there was very little gas in it. And I'm pretty sure it's just not getting anything through the needle and seat. So we're going to tear into this thing and see what we can find. I replaced these screws last time I had it apart with stainless Allen drive, but since then I found a source for NIS machine screws, and I'm going to see if I can't find the correct ones. Alright, let's see if we can pop this off. Not easily. Alright, obviously there's no gas in it to speak of. So my guess is that we get the floats in upside down. These have a little, they fit on shafts. You can see there's a hole through the center of them here, and they go down, and then when they come up, and there's a little piece of plastic that goes over the end of these, and I will get that. I have some in stock, I'm sure, and that could be my only problem. Some dummy named Old Guy put the floats in upside down. Now, I'm going to shut the camera down and I'm going to go. It's got a good tight O-ring on that thing that goes the center. Oh, I forgot to get those too. Alright, so I don't know that if you can see what's on the screen or not, but what I'm going to do here is I use Partzilla's parts lists to find my part numbers. So I was previously working on another bike. Let's see. Let me get my mouse over here. Whoop! Sorry, I hit you there. Didn't mean to. But we're going to go back to motorcycle and 1974 and DT250A. We're going to look at the carburetor. And we're going to find the two little plastic pieces that go on the ends of these rods here, so that the floats can't come off. It keeps wanting to go down there. Alright, we'll blow it up, we'll move it up, and wouldn't you know, it doesn't show them. Well, I'll be darned. They should be right here. Okay. Trying to think what's another carburetor that uses the same thing. I think maybe the DT2 and DT3. Let's go look at those. Let's look at the 73. DT3 carburetor. There it is, number 11, right there. Little plastic piece. Alright, so we go down to number 11. They call it a cap. Alright. We'll copy the... They are available from Partzilla, by the way. Copy the part number. And take it over to my parts database, where I've got all the parts that I've got in stock. So then I put that part number in here under where it says stock number. Do Control V for a paste, and it doesn't come up with anything. Why not? Let's knock off some numbers here. There it is. I didn't put two sets of zeros after it. It says that that cap is located on shelf 6, bin number 3. So I pull shelf 6. Oh, that's not bin number 3. Dummy. Really? Shelf 6, bin number 3. And not that one. And you can't see anything in there, so that must be the one. And I got 2 of them. And it says right here, that I have two. And here they are. Damn. It's not coronavirus, guys. When you get old, you have this problem. Alright. So now the idea is to put the floats in, with the pins on the bottom, by the way. Then, hopefully, we can get this tiny little thing out of here without dropping it, which is what I usually do. Find out which end is open. And then try and push them down on top of these, which is not easy. All right, let's see what I've got. Nothing, probably. Yeah, I dropped it. Luckily it didn't go on the floor. I think if I do it on top of this cloth, even if it does fall down, it won't roll very far. And this is going to be a pain. This thing doesn't want to go on there at all. I wonder if the sizes are different between the, well, I'm sure it didn't go anyplace, but I can't see it. There it is. I need a black one. Maybe this blue one would work. These things aren't really necessary, other than when you take the carb apart, you don't want things falling out. But all right, we're back. With genuine JIS screws. But in stainless steel. and my JIS screwdriver. All right, let's see if it works now. There's one. All right, when it's upright and empty, I should be able to blow. I can. When it's upside down, I shouldn't. And I can't. So the float is now working. We're back in business. All right, in checking further, after I solved my dumb problem with the carburetor, which was having the floats in upside down, I checked the spark, and I didn't have any. It did start after I had put the carb back on, but then it died, and it wouldn't restart. And what I noticed was, down here on the condenser, this top cap here is not in the way, I'm afraid, but it rotates in there. Well, it did. It still will. So I'm gonna, anyway, you probably can't see it, but I'm gonna take this condenser out. Not with that screwdriver, that's for sure. Doesn't look like it's soldered in very well anyway. I'm going to take it out and replace it with another one. And we'll go from there and see if we get our spark back. Good morning, fellow Enduro nuts. Well, when we left off on this guy yesterday, we had a problem with no spark. We had fixed a problem with the carburetor, which was of my own making. I put the floats in upside down, which you can do on this bike. But since then, I changed out the condenser because I didn't like the way the other one was looking. The top part that has the soldered leads connected to it would turn within the can. It would move. So I just didn't think that was quite right. But after replacing that, I still didn't have any spark. So I went and grabbed another 6-volt coil, ignition coil, and I put that in, and it fired once and died and wouldn't start again. So something was intermittent here somewhere. So I went to bed and dreamed about it for a while. And this morning when I came out, I came over to here and looked at where this connector comes up from the stator and plugs into the main wiring harness. And I could see there was a gap here that shouldn't be here. The plug, in other words, the plug wasn't completely closed. So I grabbed my handy dandy pump pliers or goosenecks or channel locks, whichever you want to call them, and I squeezed it down tight, And now we're going to put some gas in it and see if it'll run. So I'm going to put you in the stand and we'll give it a try. Okay, we're going to fill up, hopefully, the carburetor bowl. This is premix. It looks like the bowl is full. Go to the other side over here. Turn the key on. Give it a little choke. All right. Everything's plugged in. Try it without the choke first. She wants to go. Take any of that gas in? No. Let's give it some choke. She runs. Not well, but she runs.